What is good, you guys? Welcome back to the Hero Pro. Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be dissecting the Miami Heat's 5-game winning streak and also talking about how they can finish the season strong as the #1 seed with the win against the Atlanta Hawks tomorrow. And yeah, make sure y'all drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Also, another thing, I have started a new channel, a new NBA related channel. It is called Hoops Hub, but the link for it will be in the description. So if you guys are interested in that channel, then make sure you guys subscribe, man. It's all NBA content. I've uploaded 2 videos so far, back-to-back days. One talking about the MVP race, one which is a quiz that you guys do not want to miss out. One of the most fun videos I've ever recorded. So without further ado, man, let's get right into it. But yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to that channel because that is going to be all NBA content, college basketball content. Everything away from the Heat will be on that channel. So if you guys are into that, subscribe ASAP. Let's get right into it though. So the Miami Heat are on a 5-game winning streak after suffering some adversity the previous week where they had an altercation on the bench. 4-game losing streak. They have rattled off 5 in a row by beating teams like the Celtics, the Bulls, the Raptors, and the Hornets, as well as the Sacramento Kings. And they have 2 games exactly left in the season against the Hawks and the Magic. And if they win at least one of them, if they win against the Hawks tomorrow, they will most likely be clinching up the #1 seed. And if the Raptors beat the Sixers and the Celtics lose to the Bucks, the Heat have the 1 seed locked up. Now, there are some implications to this. You know, the Heat, it's not yet been decided whether the Heat will be playing which team in the first round, because there are currently 4 possibilities for the Miami Heat to be playing in the first round. You know, they could be playing either the Cavaliers, the Nets, the Hawks, or the Hornets. Any 4 of these teams is a possibility right now. Currently, the Cavs and the Nets are 7 and 8. The Hawks and the Hornets are 9 and 10. Now, the start of this 5-game winning streak has come since the insertion of Max Strus into the starting lineup. Since he has been inserted into the starting lineup, the team's net rating has been off the charts. His net rating has been off the charts. His numbers have been really, really good. He's made some big plays on both ends of the floor. Against the Celtics, he had some great stops defensively. He's had some big scoring games, especially from the 3-point line. Against the Raptors, he had a huge game in the second half. Against the Hornets, he had a play that made LaMelo Ball fall. He's just been electrifying in so many different ways, and him being in the starting lineup has inserted a new dynamic into this team. Now, the Heat did suffer a blow with PJ Tucker being out for these last 2 games due to a calf strain. He will be reevaluated in a week, though, so I think that is a positive sign. It's not like a tear or anything, so hopefully he'll be back for the playoffs. That's what Chris Quinn said. He was trying to get PJ Tucker back for the playoffs, and hopefully this happens. But the Heat have beaten some pretty good teams, man. The Celtics, the Bulls, the Raptors are all playoff teams. The Hornets are a play-in team, and the Kings are not the best team, but 4 out of the 5 teams are at least playing to playoff teams, and they've beaten 4 of them on this 5-game winning streak. It's starting off with the defense. The defense has been really, really good. Apart from that last game against the Hornets, we gave up 115 points, but hey, the Hornets' offense is really, really good. As far as defensively is concerned, against the Celtics, we only gave up 98. Against the Kings, we gave up 100. Bulls and Raptors, we gave up 109. Hornets, we gave up 115. But offensively, we've been dominant as well. We're scoring a season-high 144 points. We tied a franchise record. I think we broke a franchise record for 3-pointers made with 23 against the Hornets. It was all about our offense in that game. Bam has been aggressive on both ends of the floor. Jimmy Butler finally looks like his 3-point shot is starting to fall. He's been shooting really, really well over these past couple of games from the 3-point line. I'm pretty sure he's shot like 7 for 15 in his past attempts from the 3-point line. So he's done really, really, really good from the 3-point line. Hopefully he continues, man. We need that shooting sleeve to work its magic on Jimmy Butler, even though it's on the wrong hand, but that's whatever. Tyler Hero has been 6th man of the year. That award is locked up. I saw something. I'm not even going to give this guy his credit by even saying his name because I don't think he deserves it. But some dude who works for The Athletic said that Kevin Love was a 6th man of the year because Tyler Hero is just a shot chucker. Now, mind you, Tyler Hero's efficiency is better than a lot of the guards that had won the 6th man of the year award. He's shooting 44% from the field and 40% from the 3-point line. That is really, really good. In comparison, he's shooting better than Jordan Clarkson did, Lou Will did in all 3 of his years that he won the award, Jamal Crawford did that he won in the 2 years that he won the award, Eric Gordon and J.R. Smith. Tyler Herro is shooting better than all of those guys from the field and from the 3. And for some reason, it's a discussion that he's a chucker, inefficient player. He's not. He is not. That has to be debunked. He's a very efficient player this season. He's a very good playmaker this season. And everyone talking about Kevin Love as 6th man of the year. Do y'all not get tired of using VORP and Raptor stats to define your argument instead of watching games and looking at what Tyler Herro has done with the Miami Heat? You know, on that 4-game losing streak, it isn't a coincidence that he didn't play more than half of those games, bro. Like, when he came back into the lineup, we won 5 out of the last 6. And this dude is just a big part of our team. He's the best scorer on the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. He is legitimately, 6th man of the year. It's not even a debate. So, whoever you are, bro, like, you gotta cut it out, because I know you want to be different, because people just want to be different. So they're gonna say, oh, I don't want Tyler because it's good to be different. But people are just wanting to be different so bad that they're making themselves look stupid. Like, Tyler Herro is the runaway 6th man of the year, bro. It's not even a debate. Like, I don't care who you are. Bam, as of right now, 2nd highest odds to win Defensive Player of the Year behind Marcus Smart. I think Bam should win the award. People talking about games missed. Rudy Gobert won the same award with less games played than Bam has played so far. So that is just that argument is flawed, because Rudy has won the award in less games played. So games played shouldn't be an issue. Bam is legitimately the best defender on one of the best defensive teams in the NBA, and I think he does everything on defense, which is why he should be the Defensive Player of the Year. Spoelstra probably will not win Coach of the Year, but I can understand. Taylor Jenkins was probably my pick as well. Like, the fact that the Grizzlies are like 22-2 without Ja is absolutely ridiculous. Like, no one would have expected that. But I think Spoelstra should be top 3. And yeah, as far as awards are concerned, that's about it for the Miami Heat. All NBA teams, like, I find it funny how the Heat, according to a lot of people, don't have an All-NBA type player. Their coach is not Coach of the Year. They only had one All-Star. So who is doing it for the Heat? Like if they don't have an All-NBA player and their coach is not Coach of the Year, like, how is their team a #1 seed? Like, something doesn't add up here. So, I want the Heat to have at least one All-NBA player, like Jimmy as a forward or Bam as a forward, but I don't think it's going to happen because the media just disrespects us all the time. But yeah, the Heat have just had a great resurgence from that losing streak. They look really, really good. And I think that, with the Nets, a lot of stuff going on with the Nets. The Nets are always in some drama stuff going on there. They just came back against the Knicks, but I'm not really impressed because it's the Knicks. The Hornets, they look really good offensively, but defensively, like, they're terrible. Like, they gave up 23 threes to us, and they gave up a ton of threes to the Hawks. I'm pretty sure it's the last team they played before they played us. So yeah, like, I'm like, the Hornets, I'm not really too afraid of. The Hawks have Trae Young, so that could be like the Hawks, like, could give us a game or two, but I expect us to win a potential series against the Hawks. And the Cavs, a lot of people were talking about their length, but, like, they've kind of fallen off a cliff. And I know Jared Allen's been injured. I know Evan Mobley's been injured for a couple games, but they haven't been the same team they were at the start, and a lot of that inexperience is showing. So, in a potential series with all these 4 teams that I just named, the Nets would probably be the toughest one for sure because they have KD and Kyrie. But I would expect to beat that team in 6 or 7 games. Probably 6 games. That would probably be my prediction in the Nets series. Against the Hawks, Hornets, and Cavs, I'm not too worried. I think at most any of those series would go to like 5. I know the Hawks have Trae Young, but I don't think that the Hawks are as good of a constructed roster as they were last year. The Hornets defensively are just terrible. It actually wasn't to the Hawks. They gave up 144 to the Sixers before they gave up 144 to us. And then the Cavaliers are just way too inexperienced for me, and I just don't like, how much do you trust Darius Garland, in his first playoff series against the #1 seed when they have so many good defenders you can put on him? Like, I just don't see, how their players are really going to have that big of an impact against us. I know they beat us twice this season, but that was without Jimmy and Bam. So I think the best case scenario is to either get the Hornets or the Cavs in the first round. The Hawks and the Nets would be a little bit tougher. I think the Nets would be the toughest. out of all those 4, but I like our chances against all 4 of those teams. I think, we have done a good job, coming back from, this losing streak and putting ourselves in a position to be the number 1 seed, and getting home court advantage, which is a huge W. Home court advantage is a W, man. I don't care what anyone says. It's a big W, especially because we're one of the best home teams in the NBA. So, I love what this team is doing late. Hopefully, PJ can rest up and be back for the playoffs, because we're gonna need him for show. And that is basically the takeaways from the Heat so far this week. Looking to go on a 6-game winning streak, potentially 7-game winning streak to close out the season. And we are going to be in great shape come playoff time, because we have been playing some of the best basketball of the season with this new rotation. I do want to see Victor Oladipo inserted in it more, but we'll see what happens. Let me know your thoughts about the Heat in the comment section below. Also, like I said, go subscribe to my new channel. I'll see y'all later as always. Peace.